individual World Poetry Slam
An event, yes.
event, and you were the chairman of that event.
Yeah, I ran that event, no doubt.
Was that fun?
It was fun for everyone else except for the people running it.
This thing called the individual world. Does that really mean this is the top of the line contest?
Well, I've got to say that in this style of performance poetry, we really have, in my personal opinion, I may be biased, but the greatest performance poets in the world are in North America right now. Whole world can be angry at me, but I really feel like we've got an amazing new art form that's really arisen here, a lot like jazz. It's a very unique hybrid. It's not new, it's a spin on something that's been around for a very long time. But that said, this event is about as much a world tournament as the World Series is a world baseball.
Big time.
Yeah.
Once a year?
It's once a year. And we do get people from other countries, but it's mostly North America.
You said it's unique.
Mm-hmm.
How is it unique? Could you compare it to another style of poetry?
Oh, you mean performance poetry, this slam style of poetry. Well, it incorporates music and motion and dramatic monologue. It includes poetry, of course, and storytelling, and a certain amount of acting as well. But somebody who just goes up and just reads a poem is not going to win a slam usually. Somebody who goes up and just does a song and dance without any content is not going to win a slam usually. Somebody who just looks really great, looks the part, all that, it's this thing where it comes together that makes it unique.
Okay, I'd like to ask you a question about this painting behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us a poem, a haiku?
Actually, you sent me a copy of this, and I wrote a haiku of it. So here's my haiku of the painting here.
And may I also acknowledge, I never mentioned what the name of the poem was or anything about it. And so
well, I still don't know what the name of the painting is. Okay.
Good. So I love your interpretation.
Okay. The wheel of karma grasped, well, I should say this is a haiku, so really, really short, yeah? The wheel of karma grasped by many eager hands, but going nowhere.
Okay. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you mentioned a haiku. Just define a haiku for a second.
Oh my goodness, you could write a whole book, but to make it really, really quick, it's a very short traditional form of Japanese poetry, 3 lines of 5, 7, and 5 syllables, usually referring to nature and the brevity of life, but in America, it's a little bit looser interpretation.
And how does it relate to slam poetry?
Well, almost as a gimmick, a side event was started at the National Poetry Slam in '94, I think it was, called the head-to-head haiku. And they had people dress with a red bandana and a white bandana and go head-to-head doing haiku back and forth with the audience judging. And it was actually a sensation. It's become the biggest side event at Nationals. And a couple of years ago, I became the National Head-to-Head Haiku Champion.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was really, oh, thank you. It was a tremendous moment. I would say it's a high point of my career as a performer. The defending champion reached the final round with me. We had to go through like 40 other poets, and we faced each other best of 17 haiku, head to head, all the way to the final round, and I won it in the final round.
Good. Do organizations come to you and ask you to perform?
Oh, yeah. I was at a school this morning, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to see, can I have another painting? This painting, which I sent you yesterday or so, can I have a haiku for it? What did you come up with?
The cave of my mind, images of ancestors, a river of souls.
A river of souls.
A river of souls.
It's very, very interesting.
Well, you can see there's this very liquid-like quality to it in this circle going all the way around, and it seemed very liquid to me.
And I heard ancient souls or caves.
The cave of my mind, images of ancestors, river of souls.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
Well, you know, it's kind of like there was this great painter by the name of Whistler, and somebody asked him how long it took him to paint a painting, because it looked like he threw a paint pot, they said, at it, and he goes, 30 years.
Okay.
It takes a lifetime to write a haiku, but it only took me about 10 minutes to write that one.
Good. Can I
A
have
lifetime in 10 minutes.
Can I have another image of a painting? What did you write for this one?
Oh, I liked this one.
Trickery, I think.
Yeah, I had it written down here somewhere, but I lost it. So let me remember this. Okay. The trickster. It was the mischievous trickster cultivates a garden of thorns, bright flashing flowers.
How do you get trickster out of this?
Well, I have to say that I'm biased. There's a lot of mythology around figures of demonic figures or threatening figures, and he has a lot of sharp edges, and the red and the black is associated with Maishta Kali, and often seen as being threatening or evil or scary. And I prefer to think of it as a trickster. The trickster serves a purpose, to shake things up and challenge people.
And the flowers?
Oh, I liked the bright colors. They looked like flower petals floating by behind the figure in front. And also, this looks like two horns there going on. You know, the two horns on the sides.
Yeah, very good. And can we have another image?
All right. Ah, this one. Yes, indeed. You told me I completely had a different read on this than what you...
But that's the beauty of it all.
Yeah, it's like a dialogue kind of, yeah? The matador bows. His courage, a red cape. His guilt, a black finger.
That's wonderful. And I think we have one more image. And let me just say, this is a sculpture that was made by Ruth Waters, and she's an important sculptor out of Belmont, California, and she is also the founder of the Peninsula Art Museum.
Well, perhaps we can have a poetry reading at the Peninsula Art Museum sometime. Wouldn't that be fun? Well, here's my haiku.
All right.
A river hiding inside a block of Madrone, freed by a sculptor's hands.
A river. So you see the flow of the wood. And what kind of wood is that again?
Oh, it's Madrone. Yeah,
Madrone.
We had to check with her first on the actual style of wood, but Madrone is a local tree. And actually, you know, it's just as true to say that it's made of river as we could say it's made of wood. We could also say it's made of sunshine. Without any of those things, it wouldn't exist. We could say it's made of an artist's intent. All those things came together to make the sculpture. It is a river as much as it is a tree.
Two more questions. Roughly, where do you live?
I live in Berkeley, California,
Berkeley.
yeah, where I run the Berkely Poetry Slam.
And if somebody wanted to go to your poetry slam, how do they find out about it?
Just type it into the internet and do a search. It's pretty easy to find. We got a bunch of websites. It's the Berkely Poetry Slam. It's at the Starry Plow Pub. It's right next to Asby Bar every Wednesday. It's been going 10 years. It'll be around anytime anyone sees this show.
Are you going to invite me to come sometime?
I would love for you. I'll buy you your first beer if you come by. You drink? Maybe no. All right, your first cranberry juice. We got root beer on tap, actually.
All right. Would you be kind to perform It's Bread, I think?
Yes.
The mic is yours.